Hello, we are trying out Cosmic Boll. And this is a pretty neat looking game. I haven't seen anything about this game before, um, but it's looking pretty slick from what I see on the game page here. I'll just go ahead and read the description. It says Cosmic Boll is the definitive iteration of a passion project I've been tinkering with since 2007 or so. The game is a beat 'em up with slope physics built on the Sonic Worlds engine. It mainly takes inspiration from GBA beat 'em ups such as Dragon Ball Advance Adventure and Astro Boy Omega Factor. Currently, the general mechanics in the first stage are in development. Still need to add super moves, some animations, and the alternate second area for the first stage. Music and sound effects are mostly placeholders. Default controls are arrow keys, A, S, and D. Keep in mind you can parry and block attacks, do invincible dashes, and juggle enemies until they're bopped out of the screen. Four elemental items are available that have different functions depending on the slot you set them on. Interesting. All right. So, I actually Googled this a little bit. You mentioned the Sonic Worlds engine. This is apparently it's an actual engine that you can make like Sonic games in or levels and that kind of thing, and it's apparently flexible enough you can make other games in it too. So from what I saw, I think it was Freedom Planet. The game Freedom Planet was apparently made in the Sonic Worlds engine. That's seems to be a fairly successful game on Steam and everything, so that's kind of cool. But it'll be interesting. So I haven't seen anything past the screen here that you're looking at. This is a windowed game, it seems, so I can maximize it here. And I guess this is basically full screen. So it's just got some input settings here, I guess. It looks pretty crude, but looks like we got 360 controller, which is, I've got my controller right here. So I selected that. I don't really know. I don't really know what all this is. This looks like something for the... Oh, I can move that. Oh man. Alright, so this appears to be the dead zone for the thumbstick. There doesn't appear to be like a way to default these though, which is kind of just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Just wanting it to be default and not really knowing if you have it exactly there. In any case, I mean, that should be fine, I imagine. I selected this, so I'm going to guess that it's gonna work. I guess we just click accept. I don't know what this field up here is. It just occurred to me that you can't see my mouse in the capture. But I don't even know if you can see these menus popping up. At the top right here it says controller, keyboard, keypad, Xbox 360. I don't know why I don't know how this works. I selected controller and Xbox 360, and we're gonna click accept and see what happens. It's a little weird to have to go through all that, whatever that was about. I'm pressing start on the controller, it's not working. Trying the other buttons, not working. So enter on the keyboard isn't working. Let me try clicking on here. Start button. Escape. Okay, escape closes it. So that was unusual. I couldn't get past the start screen. Go ahead and relaunch this. Get it to hook into OBS. Hopefully, there it is. Oh yeah, on the capture it doesn't show all of these standard Windows fields, whatever they're called. There's a bunch of buttons and stuff, and in the capture it just shows the text that's on top of them. So that's interesting. So you can't see what I'm doing in the capture. But maybe I need to... Okay, I guess I have to manually set up all these buttons even though I selected the Xbox controller up here. A, B, and C, I don't know what does what, so it's hard for me to select buttons based on that. That's pretty annoying. And up is up. Alright, now I can see the left is left, right is right, down is down. So yeah, I just have to manually set all the controls apparently to work with the Xbox controller. Gosh, that's weird though. I don't know if that's by design, but you can see how the stick follows a sort of a diamond shape instead of circular. It's interesting. And in any case, I guess I have to set A, B, and C over here. Guess we'll set A to A. I mean, we can set B to B and then C to X. I just hope that this makes sense. Or should B be X? I'm gonna try setting B to X. And then C will be B on the controller. Let's give that a shot. Ooh, that is loud. The game... Wait, what? The game as she is played? That's super confusing. That's a very confusing sentence. Alright, so select difficulty optimal orb. It looks kind of like an H, but... Optimal orb. The game as she is played. I don't know if that's supposed to be like the game as it's meant to be played or something. Eagle Extreme, HP capped at 10 plus 30 INV bonus. I don't know if that's invulnerability. Mellow Marine, plus 400 max HP, plus 5 attack, and plus 60 at all times. So I guess we're doing the optimal orb. The normal setting. Oh, this is much quieter. How much did I turn on? Alright, there's a ton of vibration. It's been a while since I've played a game that has controller vibration, so that's interesting. Alright, so we're in the game. It's got some sonic sounds. There's a ton of inertia in the movement. Alright, we got some cool attacks. It's a good thing that I set that button to that, because I think that would have been annoying otherwise. For sure. Alright, we're doing some karate. Oh, I can do a little spin dash thing, like Sonic. Alright, and that fills up my super meter? That's interesting. Oh, I can do... I don't know how... Alright, down and jump is a dash thing. That's pretty cool. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Very interesting. Okay. So, there's tons of rumble. It's actually a little excessive. Alright, so a couple things I noticed. Down and A. Down is block, apparently. And if you hold down and press... I'm saying A, but press jump. It does this dash. But if you have any inertia, and then you press down, you do this. So if you're like, oh wow, you can double tap to get a speed boost. That's interesting. Oh, and you can do that too. As I was saying, if you're moving and then you press, like you want to do the dash thing and you press down, you just do the spin and then you jump instead of stopping and dashing like this. So it's a little bit of a what's the word? Conflict in the controls there. It's a lot of interesting controls though. What the heck? I thought I just turned into that exclamation point. You can dash around like this. That's cool, but you can't. Oh, down. I'm pushing the wrong button. Alright, I figured it out. I feel like down and jump should be the kick attack for some reason. It's just, I think I've played a lot of games that have that, so that's kind of why I'm doing it. That's fun. Yeah, it's really excessive, the amount of rumble, though. It's actually really easy to double tap. It's actually really... You could do it really slow. I would consider making it... yeah, like if I hold left and then let go and then press it again, it does the double tap thing. It's actually pretty annoying. I would make it so you have to tap it faster, just a little bit faster, double tap faster to do a little dash thing like this. Because it's really easy to do it accidentally, and that's pretty annoying, so I don't know what this is. Do I punch it? So I have a fire item. Interesting. Alright. Some kind of little... Okay. I don't know how I did... Whoa. Oh, I'm doing fire moves now, apparently. For this. Is that the only move that gets fire, though? I don't know how that works. I feel like I should be able to drop down. Oh, you can dash into walls and stuff. Can you only dash while you're going downwards? Seems like... Oh, I need to have super meter to do stuff like that. Alright, I wasn't close enough to hit this guy. Alright, so up and attack does this. Yeah, the scrolling is kind of jerky. Where the heck did that come from? What even is that? What the heck? The scrolling and the movement in general is kind of jerky, and I think that's because it's not true full screen. I definitely advocate always having a real full screen mode in your game, because everything just runs properly when it's full screen. So attack +5. I guess it's because the super meter is full. But yeah, I think it would run a lot smoother. Just everything would feel better if this was full screen properly. Well, that was very good. So I'm hurting pretty bad. I don't know how to get life. Ah, turn around. Well, that wasn't very good. So I'm still alive somehow. I feel like I should have died already. Oh, whoops. I thought I was gonna go forward faster. Alright, so the thing I noticed is that you do have a ton of inertia, even though you have this weird dash thing that's kind of gives you instant speed. But just moving normally, you do have a ton of inertia, which is rather Sonic-like, you know. But for an action game like this, I actually pretty much never like having very much inertia at all. I think games play a lot tighter when you have little or no inertia, when they're kind of action-y. Like, I think a Mega Man X that literally has 0 inertia on the horizontal movement. So I think this would feel a lot more responsive if you really toned that down like a ton. It would just, everything would kind of control better. I don't know why that hurt me. Kind of weird, but... And it's not like the movement doesn't work as it is, it's just, I think it would feel... everything would feel a lot better if you really toned down the inertia big time. It's kind of weird how you can do a little spin thing. Oh, what is that? I guess down and attack does something. Do I not have it anymore? I don't know how that works. But, You can run and do the little sonic spin thing. Oh my gosh, that thing's fast. I don't know what the intended way to kill that thing is. It kind of just spews the fire out the sides. As I was saying, the way you can do this little sonic spin thing, it's kind of interesting, but I also don't really know what the purpose of it is in the context of this kind of game. It feels a little unnecessary. That thing is annoying. I don't know how to... I just have to wait for it to stop, is that it? Because it's... Wow, I just moved really fast horizontally. Those guys with the flamethrowers, I'm not really feeling them, because it seems like you just have to try and stay away from them or something. It doesn't... I don't really know what the intended... Why did that hurt me? So I don't like getting hurt when, like, I can't even see an attack animation coming from an enemy yet. It just feels bad. Yeah, I'm trying to use a little dash dodge thing. It just doesn't... This thing right here. I guess it's because my meter isn't always full, but I try it. Well, no, because some of it's... Alright, so this is really annoying because you have this dash move, but it's like really hard to use because the only way you can do it is if you're standing still. So if you're moving, you can't do it. If you're attacking an enemy, you can't do it. So it's like you practically can't use it in combat. So in general, it's just pretty frustrating. I'm also noticing... Hold on. Doesn't respond to keyboard input. There's really no reason why you can't have Xbox input and keyboard input working at the same time. In most cases. I don't really know why you have to select one or the other, but what I was noticing is that with the thumbstick, if you're holding left or right, you know, you move left or right, but if you angle it down just a smidge, it actually just goes full down. Like I'm mostly holding it to the right now, but it's ducking. And that's kind of an issue that you can get into with controlling Xbox controller input. See, now I'm holding straight left. Well, not straight left, but just left and slightly down, and it's just interpreting it as full on holding down. So sometimes it's really easy to accidentally press down instead of just forwards like you want to. Oh, that was cool. You can punch the bullets at them. That was pretty sick. So yeah, that's a funky controller input thing you have to work around with Xbox controls. You have to kind of reprogram the way the directions work. Alright, so I get that there's not a lot of downtime. I don't like when you're like beating up a guy and he just attacks you while you're punching him in the face. That's pretty annoying. Alright, we're gonna see if we can get a little further here. I guess that activates your attack boost thing. Ooh, it's an electric thing. Alright, so this is item, I guess. I don't know what shot is at the top there. Is this attack plus 20? I guess if I hold down and press attack, it does whatever that is? Maybe? And another one, so I didn't even try whatever this thing is. I don't know what... Oh, huh. I guess that was it. Does it use up Oh, I guess it uses something up. I just took a ton of damage, but... So I think we want this one, right? We have like 3 uses of this. So I guess the only way you can... shoot me in the back, jeez. Oh heck, that thing's coming at me, jeez. I got lucky that I got away from that. Whoa. Well then. Give me this. You definitely do not get a lot of health. Oops. Frick! The heck? How do I fight this? No! Downward kick. Don't touch me. Oh, you can dash into things? Oh, that's sick. Heck! No! I'm gonna die. Oh, come on. It just keeps attacking. Alright, let's go this way. Heart, no! The heck, I want that. Why can't I get that heart? Does it not work? Oh, what the heck? That was weird, man. There's 2 of them. Oh my gosh, those flamethrowers. Heck! They just keep going. I don't like those. Alright, I got game over. Okay, I just pressed start and I thought it paused the game, but it's not unpausing, so I think it just froze. I don't know what happened here. Nothing is responding anymore, so that's too bad. Just share some impressions of the game. There's tons of different movement and attack options, which I think is pretty great. You could do all sorts of flying around stuff. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun, actually. All that stuff you kind of do accidentally, but it still looks cool, so that's okay. I think there's a lot of little details here and there with the control input and such that are not really working that well. Little things that can be brushed up just to make it feel like you're really in control. There's a lot of little conflicts in the controls and that sort of thing. So there's a lot of stuff that could be tightened up for sure. I don't care for the momentum. It seems like you started with, or I should say inertia. It seems like you started with a lot of inertia and then you kind of worked around it instead of probably putting it where it should have been in the first place. Like the little dash move that you use to get up to speed instead of just, walking normally like that. I would definitely suggest looking at your core movement and getting rid of all that nasty inertia and just kind of make it move more responsively and then kind of tune things up around that, because everything will just make a lot more sense with your movement if you do that, I believe. I don't see a purpose for having that much inertia in this kind of game where you're basically beating things up and that sort of thing. So I mean, I can understand if you're dashing and you want to jump through the air while doing your sonic spin or something, but it's just, I don't think it's serving the gameplay. So you can't have everything. You got to make compromises in your game design. So that's what I would recommend. And like I mentioned, I don't like those flamethrower guys. I realize sometimes you can bop them on the head and that kind of thing, but they're just extremely relentless with their flames that they just kind of slide around and damage you constantly. It's really hard to avoid taking damage with those guys, and damage avoidance is extremely important in a game like this. So I would look at their design and consider tweaks to make it more manageable to avoid damage consistently. And aside from that, I think it's actually pretty cool. I think if you can tighten up the gameplay a lot, this will be a really compelling kind of game because, like I mentioned, there is a lot of really cool things that you can do with your movements and stuff. So yeah, if you can glean anything from this video, I hope it is useful for you. And if you have any questions or anything, just ask, and I will see you guys in the next video.